Welcome back to the Anti-Sabotage Archetype Training. I am Lilian Navarrete and I'm seriously looking forward to today's training. We are diving into our fourth audio. This is perhaps one of my favorite topics right now. We're halfway through and we're going to switch gears and talk about the energetic blocks to your next level with ease. In the previous audio, I walked you through the biggest untruth of mainstream manifestation work and how it's costing you your success, the deeper money pricing and success beliefs your archetype has, and a discovery process of your own disempowering beliefs about pricing, money, and sales. We also did a really cool exercise to see how does your body feel with doing the change work. Is it aligned or is it not aligned? Now, in today's audio, we will talk about a secret no one in the coaching world is teaching. Another aspect of how your subconscious negative beliefs are blocking you. And that aspect is called energy. In audio 2, we talked about the 5 areas you need to focus on to create success. Remember those? Area 1 talked about energy, and area number 3 talked about emotions. Let's see how they're connected and how they're impacting your results. When it comes to energy, the most important thing for you to know about manifesting exactly what you want is that you need 2 things. Number 1, connection to the earth energy, because we'll live on this planet and because the earth energy is what helps us create and manifest. Number 2, connection to the universal energy, because you need guidance and intuition to make the most aligned steps for you. Anything that is not allowing you to connect to those energies is what you've got to release, heal, and transform. Now, what do emotions have to do with business success? So much. We spend a significant amount of time in my Success Not Struggle mastermind program on doing the energy work and emotional release, because essentially, the lower the vibrations of your emotions, the less you're connected to both energies. Now, the level of vibration stretch from 0, which is death, to over 1,000, which is enlightenment. To give you an example, Christ and Buddha were vibrating above 1,000, and the vibration of death is 0. Now, let's connect to the healer archetype main limiting belief, which you are now very familiar with, I hope. I'm not special as I am, or being unique and or significant is dangerous. What are the main emotions that go along with that belief? Mostly fear of retaliation and often guilt as well. So what is the vibration of guilt and fear? Guilt is one of the lowest vibrations on the scale with a score of 30. Shame is the lowest with a vibrating point of 20, and fear vibrates at a point of 100. Quite a long way to enlightenment, isn't it? But just to give you something to compare, courage vibrates at 200, and 200 is when we move from a forceful energy into a creative energy. So it's the lowest point that we need to vibrate on to move from forcing into flow. And unconditional love vibrates at 500. Now, what does that mean on an energetic level? Well, quite simple. You attract what you vibrate. Quantum physics, quantum biology, and many other sciences tell us that we are vibrational beings. We emit light, sound, and waves, and we attract the same frequency. As a healer archetype, when you undercharge for your services while subconsciously believing that you're not special as you are, or that being special is dangerous, and that something bad is going to happen if you raise prices, you vibrate fear. By all rules of manifestation and quantum science, you're planting the seeds for the same vibration to match with your current state and come back right at you. And this is why you keep getting clients who challenge your prices, because you believe it. And because your vibrations, while you were creating, must match with the results you receive. This is why I tell my healer clients that they actually need to be courageous and get used to feeling really, really uncomfortable doing the things that scare them. The only way out is through, And sometimes you have to trust the system, the teacher, and roll with what feels scary to create the impact that you really want. Obviously, removing the fear from your system. The simple truth is this: if you can raise your vibrations higher than 30 or 100, and ideally get them to 200 and up, right? When you're not forcing but flowing, or begin to flow, you will carry a flowing energy and attract things your way. You'll manifest results that are aligned with your emotions instead of seeing a bank account that never changes. Money will flow easily to you. You'll have more time to create products that will impact thousands and millions instead of just being busy helping a few. Without raising your vibrations, successful entrepreneurs with the healer archetype making six figures begin to experience inexplicable illnesses and autoimmune diseases that eventually stop them from doing the work they love. But more on that and how to avoid this future for yourself and your business in the next audio. Now that you know that your beliefs are not just sabotaging your results, but also preventing you from ever having what you want in business and life in the way you want it, because you just keep attracting the same low vibrational events, I bet you wonder, well, what do I do to raise my vibrations? I'm going to let you in on a little secret. This exercise today helps in the shortest amount of time to boost your energetic vibration. Just 5 minutes. It's like a morning coffee without the caffeine. Great, right? Absolutely. But also, I have to be really honest. It does lack permanence. So while it's quick and something you can do at home to feel better, the results don't really last long either. It's very different to when you're in a container that continuously works on your energetic vibrations. Your vibration points incrementally increase and don't diminish as quickly. So by positive psychology, you've got to think about 7 positive thoughts to overcome 1 negative thoughts. It's kind of the same way. So remember when I said 200 would be ideal? Well, the best method to get there is working consistently with an expert and a group of people raising their vibrations. We were talking about the difference between external and internal sources of energy in the Success Without Struggle Mastermind recently, and the best way I can describe it is if you imagine your energy like a bank account. And if you can use the right tools to consistently and incrementally grow it, you'll notice energetic shifts around you, and one day you'll surprise yourself with the manifesting power you have. Now, I'm all about efficiency and sustainability, so in that mastermind, we focus on releasing the internal beliefs that vibrate at a low level, which in turn raises each person's vibrations. Cool, right? We certainly think so. I think the worry with the current vibration of the world is that as a society, the fastest and easiest route is almost always taken, and that's using external sources instead of the internal work. And I'm curious, what would you choose if you had a toothache? Painkillers or getting help from a dentist? Logical answer is going to a dentist, right? And yet, when it comes to energy work, people choose the option that feels the fastest and easiest, even if it's just temporary. And I can proudly say that's not our Success Without Struggle members, though. And from now on, it won't be you either. You're too smart for temporary solutions and know what's going to get you to your vision of more success and money with less work. Now, the power of energy work still owes me, because back in summer 2020, when I was using one of my Qigong practices, for those of you who don't know, I'm a certified Qigong level 1 and 2 practitioner, and a decision powerfully came through. Prior to that, I was experiencing a low point in business. I had no motivation to grow. I felt like I was going to take a lot of work, and it didn't feel like the next level was worth all the effort. I felt confused, stuck, and borderline depressed. You can call it intuition, insight, higher guidance, clairvoyance, clairsentience, whatever you call it. It was so powerful that I followed through immediately. Not following through was not an option. It was absolutely impossible to ignore. Now, the cool thing is that that decision helped me generate $130,000 in sales in the next not in sales, in revenue in the next 4 months, while I worked anywhere around 2 to 4 hours a week, not more than that. Mostly because I changed my whole vibrational state in a matter of 2 weeks. So let's go ahead and raise your vibrations now. We're going to go through a meditation that will allow you to connect to both earth and universal energies and expand your heart area, inviting higher vibrational emotions in and releasing more of the old. Ready? Let's begin. You want to go ahead and sit comfortably with a tall spine. Let's take a couple of deep breaths in and out. Relax your body, relax your shoulders, relax your forehead, relax your jaw, your tummy. Keep breathing, taking a deeper inhale and even a longer exhale. I'm going to be speaking for the next 5 minutes. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to be anywhere. Just focus on my voice and follow the guidance. Nothing to do, nowhere to be. So go ahead and imagine like there are roots that are going out from your feet and go all the way through the floor, through the concrete, through all the layers of the earth, connecting to the very center of the earth, to the energetic core of the earth. And also know that these roots are kind of floating, right? They're floating. So you're not attached to one space where you can't move. You travel and the roots travel, right? So like floating roots. So go ahead and watch them go through all of the layers of the earth and connect to the center of the earth as if the center was the outlet. And as you breathe in, feel like you're sucking that energy from the earth through the roots into your feet and into your body. Every single time you breathe in, the energy travels through the roots and enters your body. You may feel it in your body with different sensations. You may just see the energy traveling and entering your body, or you may not feel anything, you may not see anything. It's all okay. The most important thing is that you are placing an intention that the earth energy is traveling through your roots and enters your body. So it enters your feet first and goes up until your ankles. And on your next breath in, it goes up until your knees. And on the next breath, it goes up until your hips. And just feel it or imagine it swirling around in your hip area. As you keep breathing it in, you keep seeing or feeling it traveling through your roots from the core all the way into your hips and just swirling around in your hip area. Grounding you, making you feel safe and calm. And on your next breath, you're going to breathe that energy into your heart center. So it travels all the way through your feet, up until your ankles, knees, hips, and into your heart center, opening up your heart center, expanding your heart center, melting your heart center. We're going to take 2 more deep breaths in, feeling like the energy is traveling through your feet all the way into your heart center, expanding it, opening it up, melting it. So we're going to keep the energy there. It's just going to continuously flow into your heart center. And then you're going to imagine like there's a big pillar of light, of white golden light that stems from the sky, goes through the middle of your head, through your whole body and into the earth. It's infinitely up and infinitely down. And that is the universal energy, the source energy. And you're also going to feel connected to that energy. And now with your breath in, that energy is going to come through your head and into your heart space, meeting the earth energy. So as you breathe in, you're sucking both of those energies in, one through your feet, another one through your head, and into your heart area. So see them combining, mixing, opening up your heart area, melting your heart area, expanding your heart area. And just take a couple of more breaths in and out, feeling both of those energies combined in your heart space. Feeling grounded, safe, and connected. And now we're going to tune into an emotion of safety. So in your heart, feel safe. Tell your heart that it is safe. Let your heart know that it is safe. And tune into your heart area, opening up to safety and feeling safety. Communicate to your heart that it is safe. Communicate to your heart that it is safe. And then go ahead and tune in into feeling compassion. Into feeling compassion. So think about your clients or someone else who you can feel compassion for. Find someone, a situation, a person who you can feel compassion for. And allow your heart space to open up even further and feel that compassion. And breathe. Tuning into that memory, that person, that situation where you felt compassion. And breathe, tuning into compassion, allowing that feeling to float inside your heart area. And then go ahead and tune into happiness. Again, either think of a person or a situation where you felt really, really, truly, deeply happy. And bring that into your heart area and let your heart feel the happiness and expand even further. So tune into happiness. Let your heart feel the happiness. Let it open up for happiness by tuning into that memory or person. And breathe. And then go ahead and tune into forgiveness. Tune into forgiveness. Think of a person or a situation who you've forgiven and how light your heart feels when there's forgiveness in your heart, and let the heart expand even further and tune into this forgiveness. And breathe. And then finally tune into love. Think of a person who you deeply love, or maybe many people who you deeply love, and let your heart expand and open up to love. And breathe and allow your heart to expand and open up to love. And breathe. This is where we're going to complete. You can do this meditation on your own. You can go through these emotions a lot longer and have a whole experience. But now, congratulations, you are officially connected to the earth energy, to the universal energy, and you've opened up your hearts to higher vibrational emotions. I'll see you in the next audio.